All right, hey everybody, we're back and we're looking at 2026 Ram 1500s. We are interested mainly in this Warlock, but I'm going to show you two ways to get a Warlock. One way being cheaper, maybe. It's an interesting way to build one and trim it. It's not actually a Warlock that might surprise you. And the other one is how to get the features in the Warlock that many people wish they had that they can't get in a Warlock, and how you can and what it'll cost you. So first of all, if we look at a Warlock, we see it comes only in a 5-7 foot box. 5'7" box and 4x4 crew cab only. This is the only way a Warlock comes. And the Warlock is amazing in its own right. You don't have to do anything to this truck. There's not much you can. It is a package. The green color, absolutely gorgeous. Love it, love it, love it. $50,510. We do get some motor options. We'll dive in. You get the bench seat. You get all the features you want in here. This is a beautiful, beautiful system all the way around. Package-wise, you get a towing technology group if you want, bed utility group, and you get the full-blown trailer tow group with all this extra BS stuff in here. That's it. You get 3 motors. The 3.6, we would want the, I'm going to build every one of these with the Hurricane because I think it is the motor I would put in there. No offense to you Hemi owners. If you want a Hemi, kick in the extra 1200, you get the Hemi. But so that's it. Now look at it. It says when I hit that motor, there's 4 changes. Those changes are basically just kicking out the trans and the GVWR and the axle rating and making some switches on there. So not a big deal. We'll take it. We go down here and there it is. Now we can't get the 392 gear because that is reserved for the Hemi. The 355 is fine for the Hurricane. A Hurricane has the extra power to be able to push those and be fine. 392 is for the Hemi. The Hemi doesn't have the low end power. So 392 is optional only for the Hemi. If I select that, engine also changed. See, it forces me into the Hemi. So that's how that works. So we'll take that, leave it as it is. There's our truck right there. $52,000 right here. Nice option on the Warlock. We will take it again. Not a whole lot of extra options that you can go with on this thing, okay? As far as things that you can get with this, or upgrades that you can do to it. It's pretty, on their build site, pretty straightforward, pretty standard, pretty simple. We were hoping for heated seats and heated steering wheels. We do not see that yet anywhere on here. We have got nothing. Nothing is showing that option to us in any kind of way, and it's kind of upsetting and very disappointing we're not getting that. But there's it. There it is with the Hurricane, $52,000. Now, if we come over here and we do the same thing again, we go to Ram Trucks, and we're going to go to Ram. We'll leave that one up. We're going to go to Trucks. We're going to go to 1500s. Let's look at this. Okay, this is pretty interesting. Build a 26. I want 26. We got to click 26. We want to go over here, build and price your Ram 26. What if we go over here? Now remember, when we're looking at this Warlock is basically a Rebel underpinnings with a Tradesman type body. Okay, now the other option we can do over here is pretty interesting. You can go to a Tradesman 4x4. You can get, if you wanted a Warlock in a different one, you can get a 6.5 foot box. Okay, here, let's see if this will work. If we go here and we pick the same color even, and we go down here, we're on 4-wheel drive, so we already got 4-wheel drive, but you can see the wheels, the simplicity of this thing. Okay, nothing too crazy. Now, if we go down here, we scroll down to some of our packages. We can get a protection group, which is going to add some skid plate stuff in there. That's nice. Let's keep going. Tradesman level 1 group. Look at here. We got an off-road group for $1,895. Electronic locker in the rear. Okay, like the Warlock. Front heavy-duty shock absorbers, like the Warlock. Fuel tank skid plate, like the Warlock. Off-road decal. Raised ride height, like the Warlock. Heavy-duty rear shocks, like the Warlock. Select speed control, like the Warlock. Steering gear skid plate, like the Warlock. Tow hooks, like the Warlock. Transfer case skid plates, like the Warlock. Tires, I believe, are not the Goodyear Duratrax. They're nice, but they're not the true Warlock tires. Full-size spares in there, and there it is. Let's add this. What else is it going to make me add? Of course, we got stupid changes, but before I did, actually, let's undo that. We are coming in at $43,000 up here. See it up here at the top? $43,000 for this plain Jane version of a 4-wheel drive 6.4 bed. So you got the long bed here option of this truck. Sweet, simple, beautiful configuration. That half door setup in here. Love this truck. love what we're seeing in here. This thing is pretty sweet, no doubt about it. But let's go down here and see if we add that group in. So we're at 43. We add the off-road group. More, it's going to make us change. Okay, we're losing some of that. That's okay. It's forcing us to the level 1 group in here again, too. We're all right with that, but it's going to force us. But it's taking us from 43 to $46,000. But now we get all of this stuff that we just said in the off-road group. We also get all of this here, the level 1 group we get, which is a cloth front seat. We get the floor mats, a rear slider, and Sirius satellite radio. This is kind of, the cloth seat is well worth it, but I thought we had the cloth seat already. But anyway, here it is now. So when this updates, and we're going to see these different pictures in this thing when it does get around to updating. Site's been moving really slow for me all day today. This RAM site. Here it is right here. So you can see, now you're still getting the simple wheels, but you got the better tires, you got the tow hook. This is very similar to a Warlock edition. We're coming in at with this as a crew cab, you know, where you get that halfback cab and you get the full 6.5 foot bed. So you get this long bed option of this. Look at that, okay? People that wish they could get their Warlock that way, here it is. You get the crew cab, you get the whole setup, you get everything right here, and you're $46,660, where the Warlock is $52,250, and when we hit it, okay, this is the full crew cab with the 5.7 bed. So you're basically the same wheelbase between this truck and this truck. The difference is you get the smaller back seat and a longer bed, but you're getting almost the identical truck between the two, and this one is coming in at, what is the difference there? We're talking about 52 to 46, so we're talking, you know, I mean, you're looking at $6,000 difference coming into this between these. This one, this Tradesman version, being $6,000 cheaper. That's pretty interesting when you see how you can configure this and how you can do that with a Tradesman with a 6.5. Now, what if we take this and we were to do this truck, we were to do this Tradesman and we were going to give it the actual, instead of the quad cab 6.4, we went with a, compared to apples, and we went with the crew cab 5.7 like the Warlock is. Let's check this. So here it is right here. We'll leave it as the same green color here. We're going to drop way down, scroll past all this. We're going to go right to the off-road group. We know it's going to kick in the same exact changes in here. And we want to, oh, I did not add the motor to that too. I was probably still on the V6, so we got to add in $1,700 to that. So we're $5,000 difference. Okay, because we do got to add this motor. We know there's some changes in it. So this one comes in at $51,000 for the crew cab version of this truck right here. Here it is. And on this one, they're even giving you the black wheels. That's interesting because this is, you know, it's very interesting actually. But this is that truck, the 4x4 package in a crew cab with the 5.7 foot bed, okay, with the Hurricane engine in it. But it's 51 versus 52. You're basically $1,000 cheaper for the Tradesman version. Now let's check that again if I screwed something up on there. Let's do this one again, and let's go back to 4x4. Let's leave it as a quad cab 6.4 bed real quick. We're going to put it the same color there. We're going to scroll down, and we are going to select our off-road group right here, add it, accept the changes. And I'm wondering if that motor is going to change us out, because here we had the chrome wheels. See, we got those chrome wheels, or those aluminum wheels. Let's see what happens when we go to this, dude. 46, what's it going to take us to? Come on. Oh, it's not going to let us. We can't get the Hurricane in the crew cab 6, or the smaller cab, the quad cab. We can't get it. So in the quad cab, you can get it like a Warlock, but you can only get the quad cab with the 3.6 liter V6. Interesting. That's how they're playing that game. But it is a lot cheaper, and that motor is still a really good motor. So there is your option to get the quad cab in almost like a Warlock. Now, moving on from there, again, our Warlock is our base model here. Many people love the Warlock, but the downside to it is you don't get heated seats, heated steering wheel, all that kind of amenities that people want. want, you can get that. If we go here, you can get close to it. Change model. We jump over here to the Bighorn, still a low grade one. The Express won't have it, okay, but the Bighorn will. We go 4x4. We click on Crew Cab 5.7, just like the Warlock is. We build this. Okay, we hit the same color on that green. Is actually right here, I think it is. Right there, so whatever these colors are. But we got the green colors here. Stick with a classic affordable one. We can go down here and scroll through this. Now you can also get this setup here with the console in the middle if you like this. Okay, bucket seats with a console. They do give you the option in a Bighorn of a cloth bench seat. It is $200 more, and it does make some changes. But we click that, and now it is going to say it's going to make us require package change. But before we do, we're at $51,000 to start. We're going to hit this for $200. We're going to hit yes. It's going to make us get a Bighorn 1 or a Bighorn 2. We can no longer keep the level 0, so we're going to go to level 1 and say OK. Jumps us up to 53. It gets rid of that. We get some also increases here. It's going to take us, that seat's out. The bucket seats are, or cloth benches in, buckets are out. And here's the new configuration with 6 passenger seating with this setup in the front. Love it. We'll take that all day long. So we move down through there. We come through this Bighorn. You got all these extra packages if you want to, but we now automatically get the level 1 group. Here is all the stuff that you're getting in a level 1. You can see what you're getting in a level 2 in a night edition, and you can see what you're getting in a Bighorn edition here too. So you can see your options. There's an interesting twist to this that we will look at in a minute that might have something many people don't know or aren't aware of, and I'm curious myself. But so here's your options. Okay, all nice, neat, fancy. There you go, if you can pause them and look at them. But down here, we have the off-road group for $1,350. It gets us the electronic rear locker. We get the heavy-duty front shock absorbers like the Warlock. We get the front fuel tank skid plate like the Warlock. Raised ride height like the Warlock. Extra heavy-duty rear shock. Speed select control. Steering wheel skid or steering gear skid plate. Tow hooks. Transfer case skid plate. The tires. This is basically giving us almost everything a Warlock does with kind of different tires for the most part. Might even be a different brand shock, but it's right there. It's very similar to what that Warlock is. Now, if we add this, tires change, that's okay. What's that do? That jumps us up to $54,315. But notice we have all of this package 1 group, which means we have 400 watt inverter. Okay, we got the power outlets, second row in-floor storage bin. Warlock has those too. Okay, we got the auto dimming rear. We got the power folding mirrors, black exterior mirrors, power heated mirrors. We got body color fender flares. We got all this stuff. But look at here, heated front seats, heated steering wheel, leather wrapped steering wheel, power adjustable pedals. Okay, so you're gaining a lot. Rear defrogger, there's a lot of nice things in this package. So basically we take this truck. Here it's gonna take forever to load for whatever reason. This site is doing, here we go. So here's a Bighorn with the, oh my God, this site. But this is your Bighorn version. And I had it. We just lost it. What is going on? But it's your Bighorn version of a Warlock. And it is coming in at $54,300. We'll let that load. Verse $52,200. So for $2,000 more than a Warlock, you can get almost basically a Warlock right here and have it be a Bighorn version of it with the off-road package. Now, the part that many people don't think about or understand, I want to see if happens. You got $54,300 for this. If we scroll down, what happens if I pick this night edition? And I'll tell you why I want to see if I can. We're at $54,300. Let's see what happens. Wheels also change. Okay, we went up to $56,860. There's a benefit to this I'm curious of. Let's go look at this, see if it's going to show me the upgrades in here. Let's see. We'll see what it's going to give us. But let's see here. This is still fighting us like crazy. This is very, very annoying how this is. There it is. So there's your wheel change. Look at it. It looks very similar to a Warlock. But what does this have that none of these other ones do? When we add the night edition, we get the blackout package, 20-inch wheels. I don't care about it. I'd rather have the other ones. But it is neat to see here. We get a limited slip rear axle. Does that mean that in the night edition, with the Bighorn level 1 group and the off-road group, that we get both the electronic rear locker, and we also get the limited slip rear axle like I get in my Power Wagon. Could this be a way to get both? To get the rear limited slip and to get the actual rear locker. That's interesting. I wonder if this combination builds that or comes up with it. Again, I don't know what's going on with their site right now. It's pretty funky. But if we add in this motor, we obviously want that motor. Come on. Oh, man, what is the deal with their website is driving me nuts right now. I don't understand what the problem is here. You can see it's going all cattywampus on here. But anyway, so we should be able to add this motor in for $1,600 more. So you're getting up there in price. It's putting you at another $1,600. It's putting you at $58,000. But it might be a way to get in a $1,500 the electronic rear locker and to actually get the limited slip in the rear too. Kind of a weird scenario, but pretty interesting. Let me know what your thoughts are on these too though. But again, a Bighorn right here can be decked out to be very similar to a Warlock and give you those feature amenities. So questions, comments, put them below. Thanks for watching.